Bro, you just gotta let things be. There's so many moments in life that I feel like I find myself reacting rather than kind of pivoting to the thing I am supposed to be doing. I feel like I find myself a lot of the time just reacting to life circumstances as if I was a victim, as if I was just a fish in the sea getting drawn by the ocean without having any input or any option or opinion. And life is like that sometimes, where it's not going to give you a choice. It's not going to give you, the opportunity to choose a path. But the way that you react to it is sort of your choice. It's sort of your opportunity. Because life can definitely give you the worst couple of days, and there's nothing that, possibly, let's say the scenarios that you couldn't have done anything about your situation, and now you're here without knowing how you even got here and having no input in how you got here. However, now you have a choice. Now you have a decision to make. Whether you stay here or your next move, that's up to you. And maybe you'll make the wrong choice. And if you make the wrong choice, that's fine. That's fine. There's not a book, there's not a handbook that comes with all the answers to life. We don't know if we're making a right or wrong decision. We can, make a pros and cons list and analyze and kind of try and figure out whether or not we're making the right choice just based on common sense or analysis. But at the end of the day, we don't really know what's going to happen. We can measure the probability of something. There's more of a chance that I won't die in a car crash tomorrow than I will, but it's not guaranteed. I could very much die in a car crash tomorrow. And there's nothing that I could do about it. The way that we react is our choice, is our option. Whether it is in a relationship, or whether it is in a friendship, or a job, whatever it is, you decide how to react to it. And so many people like to throw pity parties every single day and talk about why their life sucks and why they didn't choose to be in the position that they're in. Maybe that's you right now. You didn't choose to be in this position. You didn't choose for your relationship to end. You didn't choose for an accident to happen to you, but it still happened to you. You didn't choose to lose your job. You didn't choose to be in the circumstances that you're in today. But it happened. So you might as well just let it be. Part of what makes you fulfilled as a person, part of what makes you happy, especially as a man, my target audience here is probably men, so part of what makes you happy as a man is having control over your decisions, knowing that you have more control than you think, knowing that if you want to build a business, that you have the control to choose to build a business, that you have control over your life. That's, I think, some of what makes us fulfilled as men, some of what makes us want to keep going. The fact that we can choose to go to the gym and then get results, and then those results were a result of us choosing to go to the gym. Life didn't do that for us, we did it. Whether you choose that, or whether you believe that things happen for a reason, or that God made them happen, we, for the most part, all like to believe that we have free will and we chose to do something, and that brought us the result that we have now. And that makes us feel good. That makes us feel like we're in control. But you have less control than you think. You don't control a lot of your situations. You mainly control your reaction and perspective towards those situations, though. And that, even though you have less control than you think, you also have more control than you realize in your reaction to these circumstances. The problem is that we'll go into things thinking that they have to pan out this certain way, or they have to end in this certain way. And they usually don't. And then we disappoint ourselves. And we think that we did something wrong. And maybe you made the wrong choice, but again, You have to let it be, because we are not guaranteed the right choice. We're not guaranteed that we're doing what's right. We're not guaranteed that this investment is gonna end in us being a millionaire. We're not guaranteed that. We're just doing the best that we can with what we have as human beings. Because nothing is guaranteed. We're just doing the best that we can, right? So stop attaching so much to the end game and to what you think is going to happen or what you believe should happen. And just let things be. Attach yourself more to the reaction to what will happen rather than what you thought had to happen. Because that's usually how it will go. I thought I was going to be in college at 21 years old. And I'm not. I thought I was going to be past 10K a month. And I'm not. There's a lot of things that I thought I was going to have at this point in my life, and I don't have them. And I just got to let it be. And maybe I'll never have them. I believe that I will have them at some point, but maybe I never will. There's a, small, I think it's small, but there's probability that will never happen, regardless of how small it is. And if that's the way it's going to go, that's fine. I'm going to live the hell out of my life. I'm going to enjoy every single minute, regardless of what's in store for me. My reaction is something that I control. I control how I react. Nobody can take that away from me. And sometimes I'll mess up and I'll make the wrong decision, but I'm doing it with the best of intentions. So if I'm doing it with the best of intentions, even if I get it wrong, I didn't fail. Because I was actually trying. I was doing what I thought was best. And that allows me to react better. Because I'm not beating myself up over why this thing didn't work out, why I didn't get the job that I wanted, why I didn't go the path of life that I, wanted or thought I wanted. Just let things be, bro. I recently just watched the movie Soul, and it's this Pixar movie about this guy that dies, and then he goes into the soul world, and then he realizes that this whole time he was focusing so much on being a musician, and he thought that was his life's purpose, but at the end of the day, that was not his life's purpose, because he died earlier than he thought he was supposed to, because we're never guaranteed when we're gonna die. And so he was like going crazy, like, no, there's no way I can die right now, because my purpose was to be a musician, so I had to be a musician for a long enough period of time that I felt successful and then die. That's the way it has to go. It's not. And that's what the character realizes. He had already lived a successful life. How? Why? He got to spend time with the people that he loved. He got to experience eating food. He got to go to the beach and experience the sunrise. When you let things be, you breathe and realize that you have everything you need right now to be happy and to be fulfilled. It's so much easier because you're just letting things be, and you're not attaching yourself to an end game or an end goal, because that's, at the end of the day, even if you get it, not the key to fulfillment and happiness. The key is the everyday. But it all starts by you letting go of those expectations and by you letting go of the way that you thought things were meant to go. Just let things be. Let people be, because you definitely cannot control that one. Especially in a relationship, you cannot control that one. So don't try and control everything or everyone. Let situations be, and let your choices be. Stop beating yourself up so much. Always learn, always take in feedback, but realize that you were just making the best decision that you could in that moment. At least I hope that you were. And if not, then that's something to evaluate. But still, it's like, stop beating yourself up so much for decisions that you thought were right in the moment. Just let things be and enjoy every single day. Hopefully this video helped. If it did, click on the link down below. You can book a phone call with me for free. And I just want to listen to you guys' problems when it comes to like dealing with happiness and fulfillment as a man, especially when you're in your 20s or 30s. And if you guys have any issues with that, just book a call and feel free to talk to me, and we can just talk about it for a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the link down below. Hopefully you guys have a good night. Take care.